What is up then, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. So some of you might be wondering, Markel, where's the Ford content? It's been a while. Where's all the Ford stuff? I thought you was a Ford guy. Unfortunately, I would really like to be doing Ford content right now, but the Mini Cooper seems to have a nice way of taking every single one of my pennies. So originally, you guys have seen that I've had the power steering done. You can see that we've had new tyres. And now the next on the list is the clutch is going like I'm slipping in every high gear. It's an absolute ball ache. That's where we're going now. We're going all the way to Riley Hill to go get the clutch done. The guy who's fitting the clutch is like a serviceman, British Army mechanic. So shout out to Mr. Sean. I'll leave the garage's information down in the description because we support our boys. But yeah, gonna go get the clutch sorted now. I thought, got a bit of a drive there, might as well give you guys a bit of a run through the pros and the cons of this car, because in my 1 month of owning this car, so it's probably a bit of more of an evaluation of my time owning a giveaway car. So in my 1 month of owning this car, I've spent almost £1,500. That's including parts and labour. So it is like less of a giveaway and more of a burden. I know that Mini Coopers are a bit of a ball ache as soon as they reach 100k, but I thought like it would be much more service than anything, which it's clearly not, to be honest. So I'm going to run through the things that have gone wrong so far. Some of you probably know, some of you probably don't know. But yeah, I'm going to give you an idea of what's going on with it now and probably what's going to be going on with it in the future whilst we have a little drive there. On to today's problem, the clutch slipping in pretty much every single gear. Probably shouldn't be driving it, it's probably getting it flat bedded, but we're taking it to the garage. It's only like 20 minutes from my house. They're going to be fitting the clutch, is slipping, absolute knackered. I've not even sent in this car. I've done like a couple of pulls. I've not done anything from a dig or anything, and it's killing. Like there's no, I can't even think about the word for it. But a slipping clutch, if you guys know what it's like, you guys know what it's like, and it's not comfortable. As like I said, I probably shouldn't be driving it. So we're going to go get that sorted now. But getting a clutch sorted on any other car, it's an expensive job in itself. But on a Mini Cooper, because they have to take every little thing off, it kind of raises the price a little bit. And I think I saw the mechanic's eyes glistening when I first got a quote, and I think he thought he was going to make bank off me. But luckily I got the boys at Gas Brothers Garage that are going to be looking after me. So I was stressing. I was thinking I might as well just sell the car in the trade, hopefully get someone who knows what they're doing and just take it off my hands, and I'll go back to the RB. But I found a really good deal, so shout out to those guys. Right. So on to the fourth problem. R888Rs, sick tyres. I would have dailied them all day, and in my knowledge I was gonna daily them all day. As the giveaway states, they're road legal track cars. So I thought, yeah, okay, buzzing. Gonna be dailying this car with R888s. They look meaty. I know we live in England and the roads aren't all that good, but I don't care, mate. Send it sometimes. But comes to looking, and when I had my car up on my ramp at my mate's garage, JL Automotive, we looked underneath the car, and if you looked at the tyres, there are absolutely fat chunks ripped out of every single one of the front tyres. They weren't road legal 100%. They were like chunks like that big missing out, and I don't even know how they were still holding air, because those tyres were on like their last legs. And I drove that like 2.5 hours back from London on the motorway, and yeah, it's stupid. And if I saw the tyres in the day, I definitely would have got that flat bedded. I would have just bought tyres whilst I was up in London. Really stupid. If I had a blowout, I probably wouldn't be here right now, or I'd have a couple of boo-boos. We're gonna see how we go. I don't want to slag the company off. I've probably done it or not, but I just want to say, if these guys are watching it, I would just check all your cars. Do what like Motorpoint do like a 100 point check of your car, just so that you give your client that reassurance, because no one wants a bad reputation. No one likes slagging people off. Now, some people do, but I don't. I love these guys, mate. They are top notch, but at the same time, it is like I've been kicked in the bollocks, mate. So yeah, ears pop. So I'm at the garage now. Gonna pull over, greet your man, see what he's saying, and hopefully get this clutch sorted. I'm just gonna go into the garage now, see what your man's saying. I already know what the damage is. I'm looked after. Like sometimes the people say it's not what you know, it's who you know, and today is exactly one of those days, mate, because I've been looked after hard. Guys, so currently just waiting in a car park. I'm a little bit too early. I'm a bit too keen, but I thought I'd talk about the things that I actually enjoy about the car. So starting at its iconic, like the ideology of it, the icon for me. So I grew up in the 90s. I'm an early 90s babe, if you can't tell. And I grew up watching The Italian Job on video, and not the original Italian Job with Michael Caine. I grew up watching the one with Mark Wahlberg, and yeah, I remember watching those cars, and you just see them flying around, and you're like, that's That's cool. Imagine trying to do that in another car, like it's not happening. So I grew up watching that. I loved it. That was before the whole complex. I didn't really understand like naturally aspirated and like supercharged engines and things like that. So I just enjoyed seeing them as a car. They looked fun. You just throw them around. They are fun. Like people say that it is like driving a go-kart, and it pretty much is. Like, I would recommend this car to anyone if you can afford to repair it, which at the moment it's taking a pretty good dig at me at the moment. Like, for the money I've spent now, I could have gone on a couple of holidays, a couple of times, and had a lot more fun. But it is what it is. You take life as it comes and just crack on with it. So yeah, get a Mini Cooper if you can afford it. If you can't, make sure you get it on some sort of extended warranty, because parts ain't cheap. Another part of the car that I really love, I never realised that these were supercharged engines. I know that I think the R56 come turbocharged as well, but I never realised these came supercharged. And this is my first car that hasn't been naturally aspirated. Like, I've driven turbocharged cars before, but I've never had a supercharged car. And the whole whining, I never really understood the excitement for it. I never was like, well, do you want your car whining at you? It's not like it's going like, everyone loves turbos, but I never really understood the whining. But when you put your foot down, you actually hear that whining. Now when you understand what it is as well, it's like, I'm a race car driver, right, mate. Right. Another thing that I really love about this car is, before this car, I've never really been into audio. I know all the VAG guys and the dub guys are all into like big bassy speakers and they're like boot builds and stuff like that. But that was never really my type of interest. Like, that never interested me. But with these Harman Kardon speakers, like, I'd heard about them a little bit in the past, but I kind of let it blow past me because it wasn't something I was interested in. And just, to me, it's just like waffle. But Harman Kardon, these speakers are sick. I'm not even like exaggerating, they are sick. I don't know if they're like it's an optional extra when you first have the car built, but they are sick. And I'll just leave it as that, because they are, as I just said, sick. The final thing that I'm going to say about the Mini Cooper that I really love, and it's probably better than the Ford, which you guys are Ford owners, which I can only apologise, and that's because of the community. On the Ford pages, people get rinsed left, right, centre, all day, every day. And it is like that. Sometimes it is quite funny, because there are some silly questions that get asked and some things that probably should stay off the internet. But the community, it's like 60-40. Some people are really good, some people are just knobs. Which, if you're one of the knobs, then sort that out. But I'm not a massive fan of it. I like seeing the people in person, but on the forums, people are just like keyboard warriors, and sometimes it just infuriates me a little bit. But one thing I love about the Mini Coopers is, the Mini Cooper community, they're proper wholesome people, and because it is such a long-lived brand and there's like so many OGs in the community, you always get really good advice. So I've not actually personally put anything in there, but I've been like miring it for ages. I've just been looking at it, like seeing what comments are, because like the things that are going wrong with this, the first thing I go into is the forums, and I see someone else having a similar problem, and I'm just looking at that, and then the feed is like, all like, yeah, don't worry, I recommend this person, go here, get the part from here, use this discount code here, and you'll get this % off. And it is like that. This is like, it's quite nice. I don't know if it's because the community is like older, because I know Ford Fiestas are like normally some people's first car, so obviously you do get that level of immaturity, which we're all young once. I'm still young, but yeah, shut up. But yeah, I think it might be the level of immaturity, but I think the Mini Cooper, probably an older demographic, so I think you just get a better response, and you get more of an answer that you're actually looking for. So I think that's what I've got to say about that. The car is good, but it's just having too many problems, and I'm not too sure what I want to do with it. I will explain what my future thoughts are for the car, what I plan on doing, what I might not do with the car. I'm still in two minds at the moment, and like I said, we still have got a track day at Donington coming up. Will we make it? Will we not? Because we've got our MOT coming up as well. So
6.5 hours later.
Alrighty then, so now the time is 4 PM. Just been speaking to Mr. Sean on the phone. He's been giving me a bit of an update on the car. The car was there at 9:30, so it is like a whole day job. So I do kind of see why mechanics charge so much for it. But he's giving me a little bit of a run through of what's wrong with the car. So first, he's starting at the front. He says that the radiator, the person who fitted it last, they didn't use the original hardware, and they've used a bolt that's too long, and they've gone in and they've gone into the radiator, and as soon as the bolt removes, coolant pieces out, which I don't know, is that how you drain a radiator off a Mini Cooper? I have no idea, I've not really seen it myself, but he's kind of like, no, it's not how it's meant to be. So it looks like we're going to be getting a new radiator for the Mini Cooper. So another thing that he said was that the gearbox, the last person that put it on, saw that it was cracked, and instead of replacing it, they've bodged it with something. He didn't really explain it properly, but he says that there's hardware in there that should not be in there. He says it will work for now, but he's saying he wouldn't probably use it in the long run. He'd probably get it sorted, but he did say he's going to send me photos of everything that's wrong with the car, so I'll be able to put it in to show you guys. So that's another thing. And the third and final thing that he said was that the drive shaft on the passenger side has split and the grease is absolutely everywhere. So he's going to try and get me a new CV boot for it now. Hopefully get it sorted just so it's nice and safe. Because like I said, the MOT is next month and a split boot is a fail. So it's one thing I'm happy to get sorted. This car is a bit of a curse. I'm kind of like that. Should I sell it? Should I carry on? You know, you've invested so much money into a project, it seems like wrong to like sack it off just so someone else can enjoy your spoils. But at the same time, it's like that. It's not worth it. So I am quite hesitant. I'm not too sure. I do need to think about it. I am missing that extended warranty life that you get with a brand new car. So we'll see. But on top of that, you guys have been smashing it with the spark plug covers for the Ford Fiestas and the Ford Focuses. It's amazing to see. I'm not going to lie, you guys have absolutely smashed it. I've only got a couple left, so I am going to have to go get a couple more made. And we're also bringing something out for the Honda Civic, which might be coming a little bit soon. So, yeah, that's quite exciting. So I thought as a bit of a thank you, because this video has probably just been me ranting and moaning, which I try not to be. I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible, because I'm sure there's other people who would be bitch fitting right now. So as a thank you for listening, I guess, and for staying this long in the video, we have got our 5-hole spark plug cover. So I only made the 4 and the 0 who had no holes for sale. I did give this as an optional, but no one wants to do it just yet. So had this sitting around for about a week now. Thought I'd do a bit of a giveaway, hence seeing as we have pretty much sold every other one. So if you guys want to go onto this photo on my Instagram and you type MK Attack, just it seems right, yeah. So if you comment on that photo with MK Attack, I'll put you in a draw, and I'll give it to a random one of you guys. So yeah, some hopefully positivity. Thank you guys for watching in it. That's not the end of the video, by the way. That's just me saying just thank you guys for watching, especially for staying in this long. So yeah, just gonna wait for the phone call to see what's going on. There is a chance that I might have to go pick up the car tomorrow, but it is what it is. We're carrying on, and we're getting amazing prices for what we're getting. So yeah, got to be patient and see how we do. So yeah.
3 days later.
And we are back then, boys. So got the Mini Cooper back home. Massive shout out to Sean. He's trying to start up his own business now, so I'll leave his business number down in the description. British Army, if you need any work need doing, hit him up. He can do anything, bikes, cars, trucks, welding, whatever you need, he can do it, trust me. So support your country, support your British boys. Yeah. And just to give him a shout if you need any work doing, or if you're local to the Midlands, because he's absolutely sorted me out amazingly. He's gone above and beyond what he needed to do. So yeah, thank you so much, Sean. So driving home, everything was going fine, and then we had an issue with what most many people call the trifecta, which is when you've got your ABS light on, your traction control, and your TPMS is coming on as well. So car's currently in limp mode. Kind of got an idea what the problem is, so I've got 4 new sensors coming, a new bearing and some new brake fluid, and hopefully that should resolve it. That's getting onto that in the future. That'll probably be the next video, trying to get rid of that. But before we end the video, I just want to go for a run through of all of the problems that I've got with the car. I've got a list on my phone. I've written down all of the prices of how much everything costed, and there's 2 prices. There's a price that you would pay if you didn't know anyone in the trade, and then you've got a price that I paid because I know a couple of people in the trade. So here the list starts now. You ready? So we've had power steering go, the horn didn't work, passenger window didn't work, engine management light was on. We had a new clutch, a massive boost leak, no passenger side headlight cover, both rear bearings, snapped oil dipstick, corroded heat shield, snapped exhaust mounts, cracking bell housing which needed welding, passenger side CV boot split, hole in radiator, dead battery, chunks ripped out of front tyres, new brake pads and new ABS sensors. And altogether, for anybody who didn't know anyone in the trade, this would have cost you around £2,348, which I feel blessed right now because I've saved quite a lot of money. Obviously I would rather not have spent that money, but knowing the people that do it is kind of a blessing. So the overall total in this 1 month that I've owned this car, I have spent £1,888. Damn. Like, it's crazy. So I have saved about £500, which is absolutely amazing. So I couldn't thank like Sean. Sean's probably like the main money saving where I came from. And I got friends at Euro Car Parts which get me dirty cheap discounts. So massive shout out to everyone who's supported the car so far, because I generally would have just pied this car out if these people weren't here supporting. But anyway, I hope this wasn't too much of a negative video. I think the lesson to this is car giveaways, are they too good to be true? From my perspective, yes. From other people's, quite possibly not. And yeah, keep up good contact with people who work with cars and people who can get you discount on cars, because trust me, they pay off. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Next video will actually be, oh, there's a little squirrel. Hello. Okay, so that's the end of this video. New Ford content coming soon. We go into Donington. Hopefully, if nothing else goes wrong, then I manage to sort this limp mode out. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.